Before we dive in, let me make one thing clear. This is all in good fun. We're discussing the cast of Singles Inferno as if we're watching characters in a movie, not judging them as real-life individuals. Netflix only gives us snippets, and reality TV is edited for entertainment. Let's keep it light and fun. Please refrain from sending hate to anyone. It's not that deep.
With that said,
can I start off by saying this season was a Snoozefest? I really hope season 5 brings more spice. Anyway, let's get into my opinions on the cast. Starting with the men, I want to start off with Dongho. Dongho gives me man energy.
He is a man.
And I respect it. Because from the start, he made it clear he wanted Arin. He didn't waver. Plus, out of all the contestants, he's the only one with a normal job, which adds to his genuineness. In a show where like so many of the contestants have media-related careers, his job makes him seem more grounded. And the fact that he and Arin coincidentally lived in the same town, adorable. My only complaint is that he deserved more screen time. I'm gonna give Dongho a 9 out of 10. Next, we have Jeongsu. Now, I know a lot of people are not gonna agree with me, but I don't think he's terrible, but his communication skills
horrendous.
He clearly liked Sian all along, but still took other girls to paradise, and it felt a little bit manipulative, as if he was trying to make Sian jealous rather than taking those other women seriously, and the lack of transparency made his actions feel frustrating to watch. And I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. Junseo. It started off interesting, but the bored, tough guy act got old.
Just give me something.
While his career as an artist was cool, his behavior towards Youjin, especially on the swing, was a turn off. Plus, he led Minseol on until the very end. It's one thing to be indecisive, but stringing someone along just because you don't want to be alone, not great. If Sian likes it though, I guess that's her business. I'm gonna give him a 4 out of 10. Theo. He started off as a green flag, but his approach was a little questionable for me. He was extremely intentional, which some people perceived as love bombing, and while I appreciated his clarity in pursuing one person, I also think he could have explored other options. It is a dating show after all.
with that said,
He was very entertaining to watch, and he had a very distinct, expressive personality. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Next, we have the DJ, Tehwan. I don't have much to say about him. At first, I thought he didn't have enough screen time, but then later on, I understood why. Because he was either there for self-promotion or just terrible at talking to women. His interactions with Jiyeon were painfully awkward, and she deserved better. Some people go on dating shows to find love, others to boost their career, and Tehwan gave me the latter energy. 3 out of 10. Jonghoon was barely on screen, and when he was, he seemed disinterested. His only redeeming quality was his loyalty to Hyejin, and we know almost nothing about him, so I can't judge him properly, but hey.
Well, at least he's consistent.
Because of that, 5 out of 10. Now, on to the women. As for Sian, she is cool, but watching her became emotionally draining for me. She took up about 90% of the screen time, which wasn't her fault, but it did get repetitive. And I do like her as a person, but the consistent back and forth in her storyline,
It was exhausting.
so I'm gonna give her a 6 out of 10. Arin is so cute. She's almost doll-like, and her connection with Dongho was sweet. And you know, it was really cute how they naturally clicked and even live in the same town. I feel like she deserved more screen time. Watching her was a breath of fresh air. I'm gonna give her an 8 out of 10. Jiyeon, and I'm sorry, she's the full package. Beauty, fashion, and a lovable personality. Every time she was on screen, she shined. My only complaint, she wasn't featured enough, and these men were blind. Cause I'm sorry, 10 out of 10.
Perfection.
Hyejin was funny and had some great moments, but her energy towards Youjin wasn't great. Her plea to Sian during the last competition was hilarious. While I don't think she's a mean girl, I didn't love the way she acted towards Youjin.
however,
I respect that when Jeongsu made it clear he was into Sian, she didn't act desperate and she stood on business. So I'm gonna give her a 7 out of 10. Youjin. She's one of the most fun, expressive personalities. She made that double date with Sian and Junseo bearable to watch. If she had been more confident about pulling people for chats, she could have had a stronger storyline. So I'm gonna give her an 8 out of 10. Minseol, I don't know, was mean at first. I thought she was mean, but she's actually really funny. Her facial expressions never hid her true feelings, and the way she had like this little high school crush on Junseo was very like relatable to watch.
And cute.
And I ended up really enjoying her on my screen, so I'm gonna give her a 7 out of 10. Haelin. Haelin, I'll say, brought energy to the show, which was desperately needed. Unlike Jonghoon, she actually made an impact.
At least she gave a crap.
Her confidence was refreshing, but I was slightly annoyed when she picked Dongho, knowing he wasn't feeling it. That being said, I get it. If he was the only one she liked and the show was ending, might as well take a shot. So I'm gonna give her a 7 out of 10. My final thoughts. This season of Singles Inferno at this moment, but overall, it was kind of a
Total Snoozefest.
I'm hoping season 5 brings more chemistry and a cast with more emotional depth. Anyway, who are your favorites this season? Who do you think should have had more screen time? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, I'm on the road to 1K. Do not forget to subscribe. Love y'all. Mwah.